warranted investigation is Marcel's hateful speech, and whether or not this borders, if it is not, a matter of sedition.
In a statement on Saturday, the PNM further condemned Friday's events as it states, accusing parliamentary officials of bias. It carries an unmistakable element of intimidation and creates the appearance of a threat directed at a public officer simply performing his duties. The party is now calling for an immediate criminal investigation into the matter while demanding that Padarat be removed as leader of government business. Peter Christopher, CNC3 News.
And tonight, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar is backing leader of government business Barry Padarat's allegations that Parliament's broadcasting staff have been unfairly muting government microphones. Persad-Bissessar tells CNC3 News the issue has persisted for years and should be formally raised before the Parliamentary Broadcasting Committee. The Prime Minister says she too has experienced her microphone being cut on several occasions. This is being endorsed by Government Minister and former Opposition Chief Whip David Lee, who tells CNC3 News that last night was the boiling point.
When we were in opposition and we tried to exercise our right to be heard, our mics used to be muted. It happened with the Prime Minister, the then opposition leader, who is now the Prime Minister. It happened with nearly every one of us when we were in opposition. And it continued to this day for us now as government members.
At an event today, CNC3 News asked Senator Philip Alexander about his experience in the upper house of Parliament.
We've seen technical difficulties. I don't know what to ascribe it to, but there are things in the Parliament that are not to the standard that it should be, and we've had the conversations as a group, as people who use these facilities, so we hope that we get some changes, that it shouldn't have to come to such a serious thing.
Meanwhile, Government MP Nicholas Morris says the alleged bias is also noticeable on the Parliament's social media pages, where he says there seems to be a preference for posting pictures of opposition members. Persad-Bissessar, Morris and Lee all reject that Minister Padarat intentionally tried to intimidate parliamentary staff last evening. Meanwhile, a parliamentary expert is defending Parliament's broadcasting staff, describing the incident as unprecedented and suggesting the controversy stemmed from a misunderstanding of how the chamber's audio system operates. The expert, who asked not to be named and has extensive experience in parliamentary administration, explained that Parliament technicians follow established procedures designed to ensure the Speaker maintains control of proceedings. According to the expert, whenever the Speaker rises or seeks to restore order, all other microphones in the chamber are muted as part of a standard operating practice. The expert argued that MPs may incorrectly assume that only their microphones are affected because they cannot tell when microphones on the opposite side of the chamber have also been muted. The expert rejected suggestions of political bias, saying parliamentary employees are trained to serve all members equally. The expert is calling on Speaker Jagdeo Singh to explain how the audio system works, reassure staff they followed established procedures, and ensure support is provided to the employee at the center of the controversy. And former House Speaker Nizam Mohammed says the behavior in Parliament is aiding, abetting and fueling antisocial behavior in this country. Mohammed, who served as House Speaker from 1987 to 1991, is defending Parliament staff. He says if proceedings have descended into disorder and the Speaker is attempting to restore order, all microphones, whether government or opposition, should be muted until the Speaker regains control of the House. He adds the point is not to silence anyone, but to preserve the authority of the chair and the orderly conduct of parliamentary proceedings. Mohammed also raises concern over claims that a member of staff was photographed by a sitting MP. He states actions directed at individual members of staff can easily be perceived as personalizing a dispute that ought to be properly addressed through established institutional channels. Well, given the recent occurrences in Parliament, we asked, what are your thoughts on the behavior of current parliamentarians while in the House? Here's what you had to say.
For being big adults and educated people, they get on unprofessional.
If you're in Parliament, isn't adequate enough. They are more on a delinquent kind of approach.
To be real, they ain't showing no kind of example, but the way how they operating. They don't set examples with the behavior they having. They're operating like little school children.
I think it's a whole set of childish kind of behavior going on in that parliament, in the parliament right now.
Irresponsible. They need to have they need to be able to be accountable for their actions.
If we want to develop our nation the way that we want it to be, we have to change our mindset. And that behavior is one of disdain and disgust. And it's on both sides.
Opposition MP Stuart Young is raising concern over a proposed increase to $500 million in police overtime. During last night's Standing Finance Committee, Young referred to a request for an additional $100 million, which would take police overtime to a revised provision of $500 million for 2026. He asked Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander whether the increase was linked to the current state of emergency, but the minister said it was not. Young challenged the figure, noting that police salaries and cost of living allowance stand at $1.2 billion, and questioned how overtime could reach $500 million. The minister said the figures reflected normal operations and staffing pressures within the police service.
You're saying that it is a normal figure for the police service to have an overtime bill to the taxpayer of $500 million?
Remember that you all left the police service heavily depleted. So what you're seeing here is just a continuation of what you all would have left for us to deal with.
So you are saying that the police service was running indebtedness for overtime that is now $500 million and still continuing?
Correct.
Now to this. Government confirms there will be an Independence Day parade this year. There was speculation and concerns that the parade would once again be scrapped due to the ongoing state of emergency. However, asked about the matter during last night's SFC, Defense Minister Wayne Sturge assured that the festivities will take place this year.
I'm looking at sub-item 66, hosting of conferences, seminars and other functions. I observed that there's a huge increase from $190,000, an increase by $2.3 million. What has accounted for this massive increase?
Independence Day parade.
Oh, so are you saying that the government intends to have Independence Day parade activities this year?
Yes.
And the answer is?
Yes.
Last year, government cancelled the traditional Independence Day parade, citing security concerns. Prior to the revelation, opposition leader Penelope Beckel said the PNM was prepared to organize its own independence celebrations if government cancelled the parade for a second consecutive year. Education Minister Dr. Michael Dowlett has clarified that none of the $127.8 million in supplemental funding sought by his ministry includes provisions for outstanding back pay for teachers. Dr. Dowlett made the disclosure while responding to questions from opposition MP Dr. Nian Gadsby-Dolly. The committee was examining a request for additional funding when Gadsby-Dolly sought clarification on whether any portion of the allocation would be used to settle outstanding back pay obligations. In response, Dr. Dowlett said the funds were intended to cover salaries and related payments for public officers. While educators have begun receiving increased salaries, substantial back pay remains outstanding. Government officials revealed auditing requirements and fiscal constraints are factors contributing to the delay in processing the arrears. The National Joint Action Committee, NJAC, is tonight condemning comments made by Laventil West MP Kareem Marcel at a PNM political meeting on Thursday. Marcel had accused the UNC of being hostile towards Afro-Trinidadians and communities that traditionally support the PNM. In a statement today, NJAC said the remarks were divisive and could deepen racial tensions in the country. The comments sparked social media backlash, but Marcel has defended his statements, insisting they were directed at the UNC government and not at any ethnic group. NJAC is now calling on the PNM's political leader to condemn the remarks and provide guidance to the MP. Let's tell you what's still to come in the news. After a teen is killed and his parents left fighting for their lives at hospital, the rest of the family is now living in fear.
You shop it, you stock it, now it's time to own it. Introducing the West Indian Traders Limited initial public offering. Your opportunity to become a shareholder in the company that delivers the brands you know and love. Offer extended to June 22nd, 2026, and your minimum investment is only $100. Visit goipo.jncb.com to review the prospectus and apply today. The lead broker and arranger is NCB Merchant Bank Trinidad and Tobago Limited. Conditions apply.
Plumbing problems? Don't guess. Call Plumbing Solutions at 628-4646. Proud to be serving Trinidad and Tobago for over 20 years. We do it all. Maintenance and repairs, new construction, sewer lines, inspection, drain cleaning, leak detection. We are licensed and insured. So call Plumbing Solutions at 628-4646.
With the cold and flu lurking around every corner, keeping your immune system strong allows you to live the life that you want every day. Discover BioStrath Immune Health. BioStrath Immune Health is a unique plasmalized yeast product that enhances the absorption of essential micronutrients, ensuring that your body stays resilient. And now enriched with zinc, it is your go-to support for immunity. Staying vibrant and healthy just became a whole lot easier. BioStrath Immune Health. Get what you need naturally.
Visit Tire Clinic Marketing, New Truck and OTR Tire Service Center at number 30 and 32 Montrose Main Road, Chaguanas. Call today at 665-8973 or 672-3419. Alignment services available. Tire Clinic Marketing, Truck and OTR Service Center. A tire for every need.
Women are dead after a multi-million-dollar fire in Port of Spain last night. The bodies of the two women were found in their apartment this morning. The women are identified as 23-year-old Aaliyah Griffith and 60-year-old Susan Ramlogan. According to fire officials, they responded to a call at Quelo Building at around 9:30 last night. Officers say approximately 30 people were living on the third floor of the building, and upon arrival rescued 4 people, some from inside the building and others from the roof. After extinguishing the blaze, officers left at around 2:30 a.m. due to poor lighting. The officers say they were not informed that people were unaccounted for. However, when they returned this morning for a routine follow-up, the officers discovered the bodies of the women in a bathroom and a bedroom. One tenant told CNC3 News that this was not the first fire at the building.
They had a lot of rescue, people trapped to the top floor. Two person jump from top floor and jump on the landing here, and they broke their foot. And we had to drag them down the building last night and leave them here while they were doing. They had about 15 people to the top floor, who was on the tip top. They had to jump over the next building on the next side on a plank. And then they had to come and rescue them because they had a little baby, plus the rest of the people who were to the top floor. They and all was in problem.
One tenant, who did not want to be identified, says she first thought the commotion over the blaze was a customary argument between neighbors before realizing her home was on fire.
we was hearing noise, so we thought it was fighting. So we did them close up the place, and when we came outside, as me and my mother opened the gate there, we just saw the man, one of the people from upstairs jump down, and we run back inside. But I run inside to power on some clothes and take them my son, and to pick up wherever I could, which was document and things. Then we came downstairs, but it had people on top of the building still. All I could do was pray.
In a social media post, TNTech thanked its workers for assisting in the rescue of some tenants, including a baby. Fire officials are yet to determine the cause of the fire and estimated the damage to be around $4 million. A Marabella family is living in fear after a 13-year-old schoolboy was shot dead during a home invasion on Thursday. His mother, Leela Pariag, and his father, Krishna Kanhai, remain at hospital under intensive care. The victim, Krishan Kanhai, was killed at his family's tramline home. A relative who asked not to be identified declined to comment on the incident, citing fears for the family's safety. Police believe robbery was the motive for the deadly attack. Over in Tobago, teachers and students at Speyside Secondary School say they are being terrorized by a Form 1 student. Staff members claim the boy has repeatedly disrupted classes, assaulted students, and threatened to stab his form teacher. 2 police reports have been made about the child, but school officials say the behavior persists. The boy was reportedly suspended in the first term of the academic year and spent the second term in a detention center. However, he was reportedly suspended from the detention center for fighting. A teacher, speaking on the condition of anonymity, complained there was no plan to reintegrate him into the classroom. Tutor Tobago officer Dion Rodriguez is describing the situation as totally unacceptable, adding that the safety of teachers must not be compromised.
There have been several incidents where the Form 1 students would have engaged in during the course of the year. Remembering that it's a Form 1 student and the year hasn't ended. My understanding is that the students have been suspended several times. In addition to that, I was told that the student would have made threats to the life of a teacher, indicating that the teacher, he's going to take the teacher's life.
Meanwhile, Education Secretary Orlando Kerr says he's unaware of the matter, but described the allegations as serious. He says the safety of students and teachers remains the division's priority and urged stakeholders to use established channels to report concerns so that they can be investigated. Well, still to come in sport, the hosts have arrived. The United States opened their World Cup campaign in style, and we've got all the action.
Win one of 100 shopping sprees. Super Mom, Super Dad, Super Wins sweepstakes is here at Possad's the Food King and Bright Ideas. This is your chance to shop, enter, and win weekly. Here's how you can win. Every time you spend $300, you get an entry form for your chance to win one of 100 shopping sprees. Plus, every Saturday during our live draws, you can shop, spin, and win instantly at any Possad's the Food King. Hurry! Promotion ends June 24th and is NLCB approved.
Quality value, that's our way. The real Possad's, we're here to stay. The Food King Possad's.
Bowling off tonight's sport, the West Indies women produced a statement performance on the World Cup stage today, chasing down defending champions New Zealand in a thrilling finish at the Rose Bowl in Southampton. Rajiv Surat Singh has more. World Cup fever continues. The host nation USA hit Paraguay for 4 in a dominant opening night display, while Switzerland and Qatar battled to a 1-1 draw. Again, here's Rajiv with the highlights.
And in today's 3 p.m. encounter.
And on day 3 of the World Cup, we hit the streets to hear from the fans.
2 days in, and the World Cup fever is only getting stronger. As the tournament enters day 3, we're once again hitting the road to see where fans are gathering and how they're embracing the excitement of football's biggest stage. Our World Cup journey on day 3 took us to Sips Bar on Aripita Avenue, Port of Spain. But this was not simply about watching another football match. It was about the anticipation for the game between Brazil and Morocco.
I always just come for World Cup because I was a Brazilian to my heart.
Well, it's part of the excitement here. Brazil is a big country that, most Trinidadians support. So I just come to this for the line and just sticking in football because I love watching football.
While waiting for the action to begin, fans shared their thoughts on the tournament's new changes.
48 teams are taking part in the tournament. What's your thoughts on that? I find it a little watered down. Bringing on the quality of the tournament to me. So far, with the games I see, need 32 teams to keep the level at a high standard.
Yet, no matter the discussions, the focus always returned to Brazil versus Morocco. Because sometimes the most memorable part of football isn't the final score. It's the anticipation that fills the air before a ball is kicked. Samaki Felician, CNC3 Sport.
All right, let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device. Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. The CNC3 app. Download it today.
BIMPay, Barbados' national instant payment system, officially went live yesterday. The Central Bank of Barbados says the system is designed to allow seamless, real-time transactions across banks, credit unions, and other financial institutions. Existing commercial bank customers will see their accounts linked to the BIMPay application instantly, but there is a 30-minute benchmark for fresh registrations to ensure that unbanked or underbanked citizens are not excluded from the digital ecosystem. At the official launch last night, Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Mottley revealed more projects are coming.
Too much of what Barbados was doing was analog. In the last month, we have been able to move digital. We have more to come. We will be launching other services over the course of the next few months, really to be able to bring Barbados back fully in to a digital framework, because in the third decade of the 21st century, too many of our citizens are, in fact, engaging digitally.
And now for a look at tomorrow's weather forecast. The Met Office says the islands can expect partly cloudy, hazy and breezy to windy conditions from late morning to early evening, with light to moderate showers and a low to medium chance for an isolated heavy shower or thunderstorm. Tomorrow's maximum forecast temperature for both islands is 31 degrees Celsius. That's how we end the weekend news here on CNC3. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Maria Rampley. Have a good night.
You're watching CNC3.
Previously on Westwood Park.
Hi, Mom. Enough of that there. You have anything cool to drink? This heat is going to kill me. Jason? Is this Jason Dusoleil? Come here, let me have a good look at you.
Sydney? Mom?
Jason, please, you don't have to call me Mom. As a matter of fact, do that again and I'll have your head on a platter. Who would have imagined that you would have been Sahara's first husband? Calm down? How can I calm down when reception in a shed. A shed!
Hold that thought. For good.
But Sahara!
Isis. Oh God. Sahara! You finally got here. So you're well-tidy man for dinner?
Isis Devines, come here, let me see you, girl. That's you? Isis. Thank God. I need you to put some sense into this girl.
Sydney, where is the lucky fella? He's gone off with his brother Mark today afternoon. They're probably not going to get back in until late tonight. Oh no. I was so looking forward to meeting the man who's going to walk my old roommate down the aisle.
Jason, what are you doing here?
Tiffany, we have to talk.
No, you can't come in. Jason, what the hell do you want?
I brought you something.
I don't want it.
Just came to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry that things worked out like they did. I never meant to hurt you. All I ever wanted.
All you wanted was everything. You still want everything. One minute you say you want to be with me, the next minute you want to be with the family that you started with Sahara. But you know what, Jason? You can't have both.
But I still love you, Tiffany. It's you I want to be with, not Sahara.
Why are you telling me this? You're going to be married to Sahara in the next 36 hours. If you so want to be with me, then why are you walking down the aisle with somebody else?
Because she's pregnant.
What?
I have to marry her. She's 3 months pregnant, and I have to marry her.
Jason, what are you telling me? Are you telling me that you were sleeping with her while we were still together? Are you? Are you? Are you? Get out! Get out! Don't ever come back here! Get out! Get out! Get out! I'll be rot in hell! I never want to see you again.
On my wedding dinner, would we?
Why do you always have to make it sound as if I'm so selfish? As if I flew all the way from Kenya just to upstage you at your own wedding?
I am not going to fight with you today. I'm going to remain calm, cool, and collected. Nothing that you say is going to upset me, and you know why?
Why?
Because it is my wedding day today, Mommy. Remember?
Hold still so I can finish my job, please.
She always has to be so melodramatic. Sahara believes she's the only person in the world who's ever gotten married. When I got married.
Which time, Mother?
Why do you You always have to be so confrontational and argumentative.
You see what I have to put up with?
Poor still, sweetheart.
Come, Sydney. Let's go see how your grandson is coming along.
Ugh, I hate that word, grandson. You know, back home, nobody believes me when I tell them that I'm a grandmother.
You don't say.
Seriously, when I told my husband about, what's his name again, Zahara?
Your grandson's name is Jonathan, Mummy.
Yes. When I told Farasi about Jonathan.
Come, Sydney, let's finish the story downstairs.
I'll call you as soon as I'm ready for you.
Promise?
I promise.
Okay, I'll be waiting in the living room. Just give me a shout.
I will.
Sahara, your mother is something else, you know. Tell me about it. Well, girl,